Today is day 18 of our 40 days of our 40 days challenge, and today something very interesting happened. I have been thinking about something in us women generally, that is something that is not very pleasant. We have these things about us women that really sometimes annoys people, annoys men, and my husband is here just looking at me. And and what is it? I was thinking it's jumping into conclusions and judging. And the Bible talks a lot, speaks clearly the position that God has about people who judges others. If you would like to read Matthew chapter 7 verse 1 until verse 5, you're going to read how strong it speaks. Oh my God, I have the Bible in Portuguese. Okay. I was just doing the video in Portuguese. Sorry, people. But it's very strong. You can read. I'm not going to read. You read yourself. It's very strong what it says about judging. And we have this thing about us. We like to jump into conclusions about things. Those moments when, let's say, you call your husband and he doesn't answer. And then you call again, he doesn't answer again. And you call a third time, let's say, and he doesn't answer. What do? Usually, you start jumping to conclusions. Where is he? What is he doing? You start questioning, not jumping to conclusion. You question. What is he doing? Why is he not answering? And then you start answering your own questions. Like, oh, he doesn't want to talk to me. He might be doing something. He might be up to something. So you start now answering your questions, meaning you jump into conclusions on your own. You don't know the facts. You don't know what happened. You don't wait for him to tell you what happened. So when he arrives, you are angry. You are already sure that he did something wrong. And you make a big deal. You already judged him. You don't even want to hear his side because you are so sure that something was wrong. And this happens between friends, between families, in any kind of relationship. This can happen. And I'm just giving an example about a telephone call, but it can be anything else. And we usually do this so easily. And the Bible tells us, the Bible speaks to us about judging people. And there is another verse that I didn't look to it, but I read some time ago, that it says like this: if you have to judge yourself. Because you know what? It's very difficult for us to judge ourselves. It's easy to judge people, but to judge ourselves is very difficult. And when we are this kind of person who is easily jumping into conclusions, our own conclusions, and judging people all around, let's say you arrive to a place and the person looked at you in a way, you already jump into conclusions. Or she hates you, or what is it that she has against you? You never spoke to her. You don't know why she gave you that look. Maybe she had a bad day, or she just left a room where she was, having a hard time. You never know. But you already judge. You already tell yourself, she doesn't like me. Oh, she has something against me. We easily do that, and this is something that really makes us ugly. Really ugly, not only for God, but to other people around us. It's so much easier to have these wrong views of something. So much easier to please our flesh. That's why we need to be watching. And I remember that I was meditating these days about this. I was thinking about this. And today, a friend of mine, we were talking on the phone, and she was telling me, "Oh, Nanda, because I spoke to so and so, and she told me that the other so and so did like this and did like that, and I told her that she shouldn't have done that, but she did." And then I asked her, "But who told you that? Was she told you that?" No, it was the other one who told me. So you see, you already jump. It's not only her, we do this a lot. If we don't watch, we do this a lot. So she was already jumping into the conclusion that the other one had done something. But so many things could have happened. The other one, because we don't know. She didn't ask the other person what happened. It might be that she sent an email and the email went to the junk mail. It might be that she left a voicemail, but the number was wrong, I don't know. It might be that she sent a message via someone and someone forgot to give the message. So many things could have happened. But she was already jumping into the conclusions that the other one didn't do what she was supposed to do. So you see how dangerous. Every time we need to know both sides. We can never just hear one side of a story, because every story has two sides. And we need to work on this. You have to be vigilant. We need to be vigilant about this. We cannot be jumping to conclusions and judging things badly. Because we not only judge, we judge badly. And that's why we are always getting into trouble. Because then, when you do this, usually you get into trouble. Why? Because at the end of the day, things were not the way you thought it was. So you get into trouble. Be it in a relationship, be it with, any situation at your work. It can happen. If you are not watching, this can happen. And today, exactly, this was one of the things that I was, when is it that I judge? When is it that I jump into conclusions? I have been thinking about this, and today, immediately, when that situation happened, I remembered, you see? So sometimes no, when you are meditating, when you are always in touch with the Bible, in touch with God, He prepares you. He prepares us to the situations that we are going to face, so we don't fall. We don't fall in the wrong way. So here it is. What is it that you have to do? The tasks of these 40 days have not been physical tasks. The tasks are things for you to do here, in your head. You now have to think, because I gave examples, but you have to bring those examples live into your life. How? You're going to see what other situations that you might be judging, that you might be jumping into conclusions. What are these situations? So you bring this into your life and you see, is this something constant? Have you been constantly doing this? Have you been constantly getting into troubles because of that? So it's you now. The ball is in your court at this moment. You have to check your life. It's the time for you to think. It's your task, not physical, but here, mental. It's a mental task where you need to, really think, examine your life. Look at yourself. All right? So we'll stay here for today and we'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.